Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. I want to show you what I'm calling, and well, actually my friend called it. He's called it a deep south igloo. This is a deep south igloo.
It's a hideout.
Well, he calls it his hideout. I'm going to show you what I did. This is prototype. I got a lot of things to change. My reasoning for this is I have a lot of the metal hoops that is in my metal pile, and I have tarps. I'm a fan of tarps. You can't make a tarp. Try to make a piece of plastic. Try to make a tarp. You're not going to be able to with your technology that we have at our house, but they're cheap and they're worth stockpiling. So let me show you what I've done. The reason I've done this is because if you study the Great Depression, a lot of people got foreclosed, got kicked out of their houses, had to live in shanty towns, built shacks. Look at pictures. That could happen again today. It could happen because people might have to move out because they're not politically correct. So this is the prototype, but I got a lot of changes to make, and let me show you. We can look here. It poured. I'm going to show you right here. See the water? It poured and poured, and everything inside here would have stayed perfectly dry because of the design. I also added this just for the fun of it. See this little channel? You could definitely get water and salvage water from this if you just design it the right way. So let me show you what it is. It's pretty big. I say maybe 15, 16 feet across, easy. This is what I did. I had all these hoops for greenhouses, and all I did was I took bucket lid, traced it on some OSB, like some plywood, and cut it out, and then all I did was just threw 8 holes in there, spaced them out, and threw a bolt, and the metal pipes already had holes in them. What I'm going to do is make the round plywood a lot bigger, probably a good maybe 8 inches across longer, and that way I can add more. I have more of these. I want to add more of these so that will give it more support. So the distances between the metal poles will be a lot less. It will support the tarp because it looks flatter over there. I want it rounder. So basically there's a 12 by 24 tarp going over it, and then I have like maybe 2 10 by 12s. This darker color one and this tan one. So I'm going to get one more 12 by 24 and stretch this over. This is actually pretty hot in here because I set it up in the sun for the winter time. So you want to make sure you have some doorways or have some ability, like this tarp could easily be removed to let ventilation occur. I put this black padding here because I'm going to make this out of some actual thick plywood and then paint it. That way it won't have any sharp parts. As you can see, I don't want this tarp getting poked a hole in, damaged. So I just put this piece of foam, and that protects it. So this is the start. I'm actually going to, in the next day or two, make a bigger piece and get this thing done because my friend is going to borrow this setup. He's got to move his storage building, so he's going to, for maybe a day or two, have a lot of his stuff moved, and he's going to have to wait till they can move the storage building, and that way we can store his stuff from his shed in here. What do you call this thing, Gabe?
Hideout.
His hideout. The kids love it because you got these doors. So I have some other things. I got some connectors where you can attach the plastic right to the poles. So maybe if it was wintertime, I would put a piece of clear plastic in some sections so I could let light in here. So in the summertime, you definitely want to put this in the shade. In the wintertime, you definitely want to put it in full sun because it does heat up nicely. So, a lot of things to do. I'm thinking also about if I had maybe 100 sandbags, I could line the very bottom with sandbags, and that would close off any air gaps. Also maybe keep out a little bit more creepy crawlies. So that's what we're going to do. Just having something that I could set up. My goal is to have 2 of these totally ready to go, so I could help people if they come to my location with nothing. I could easily fit 4 or 5 cots in here. I think I have 7 cots total. So I could definitely have a safe place for people, get out of the weather, add just some picnic furniture, a table, a chair, and definitely better than nothing. If it gets really, really cold, you could set your bigger tent in the center of that, and definitely would be very nice. What ideas do you have? Definitely got some solar lights to add in there. But I will move this over to my buddy's house so he can use it, and then we will try to do some improvements on it, make it more comfortable. And then me and the little guys will sleep out here. It's getting colder, but that's good. We'll let us test some of our winter gear out. Thanks for watching.